West just finished. Shelbourne 0, Derry City 1. Big result for Tiernan Lynch's men there. But Dan, I might start with things here at Tallaght Stadium. Rovers keep on rolling. 4-1 winners over Cork City here. Cork was simply no match for them. Same result as Cork suffered here last April. And I suppose the top line is Stephen Bradley's men have extended that lead at the top to 11 points, and they could make it 14 at Dalymen on Monday.
Yeah, no, they could. It's it's a weird one, really, because I think a lot of people around the league are sort of hoping to build up Monday into a really big sort of title clash, and yet the combination of results tonight, I think, to be fair, Shamrock Rovers, you feel, we're always going to beat Cork City tonight. I know you're at the game. I've been reading your reports. It seems like it was one-sided. I was at the first game earlier in the season between the sides and Tallaght. It was the same. Look at all the changes that Rovers made, and I was even looking at the team going, maybe if Cork City get I looked at it and I thought, if Cork City are getting a response to last week, then maybe would Rovers regret it. But they know the strength that they have, and look at, they've got through it. And Bows, they fell behind 2 goals pretty much in 2 minutes before half time. Probably Sean Gretton's absence was felt. Lee Kavanagh got a bit of a muddle for the second one. They're obviously going to miss him. It seems like they were knocking on the door later on. But yeah, I mean, Bows are actually 12 points behind Shamrock Rovers. It's Drogheda have skipped into second. But from a Shamrock Rovers perspective, it's all going swimmingly.
Just that strength and depth you mentioned there, like for Stephen Bradley, 6 changes to be able to rest Darren Nugent, Matt Healy, Lee Grace completely, Josh Honan, Aaron Green, Graham Burke on the bench, 6 changes. It's frightening strength and depth, really, and you wouldn't have known they made 6 changes at all. Like 3-0 up inside half an hour. Michael Noonan with a brace. I think he has 5 goals in his last 6. Brilliant finish for the first goal. I know the keeper, I feel he might have done better, but just great power to shrug off the two markers he had, and just the contest was really over from that point. Cork come back a little bit, late consolation goal, but it was probably the most one-sided game I've been at a long time.
Yeah, no, it's similar to their previous one, but look, I mean, I'll talk about Talca Park. I mean, I'm here for Shells and Derry, and
no lights gone off this time.
No lights gone off, but I mean, a very different game. I mean, Derry City's first win in Dublin this year. They controlled large parts of the game. At times, I felt like Shells were happy to allow them control it, to have the ball. And look, it was 1 minute that decided the game. Evan Caffrey had a chance just after half-time, cleared off the line, or it was goal-bound by Sam Todd, and the ball is cleared up to Michael Duffy. He's sort of playing behind the striker, and sort of quite a similar system to Shamrock Rovers, with the box midfield. Duffy and Gavin White is the 2 behind Liam Boyce. And Duffy drifts in from the right side. We used to see him drifting in from the left, and curls the left foot into the top corner. Brilliant goal. Shells were better after Ali Could come on, but then again, I'm looking at you're looking at your notebooks here. Brian Maher wasn't making brilliant saves. The type of game that will be decided by 1 goal. I mean, I will say, Philip O'Doherty spoke during the week. It's the biggest budget in Derry's history. They're 14 points off Rovers. They have 2 games in hand. This is the thing, like Bows and Derry, it's slightly misleading because they're 2 games behind. They'll catch up in July. You can't give these teams 6 points and go, that'll be straightforward. It may well be that Bows and Derry, one of them will be in second place at the end of July, the way things are going. But yeah, Shells are 15 behind. And we've obviously 2 other games to go. I don't know where to go next between Drogheda and St. Pat's.
I might go to DC Park, just purely one reason: an absolutely incredible goal from Hurley 12 minutes in. Joseph Manang, nightmare error. Not the first kind of poor mistake he's made this season. Incredible goal. Like, the result aside, what an incredible goal. But 3-1 winners, Galway United. And I was at St. Pat's last week, and something's just not right there. You feel there's big players there not producing, and they needed a response tonight. Stephen Kenny's men didn't get it.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like the Hurley thing is the clip that everyone will see from tonight. Like, that will be that's the one that people who aren't interested maybe in the league, people in other countries will have seen that goal by now. I mean, it's an extraordinary thing, and I'm sure people watching this will have seen it. But yeah, I think the bigger story from a football point of view is, Pat's under pressure. This team, again, talking about budgets, a very expensively assembled team, and they're 2 down, and two down in 10
points
minutes. They're 2 down in 10 minutes, and yeah, there was a great goal by Simon Power, but then they concede straight away from a corner, and Ang looks per for that. And I was trying to see in the second half, the odd time I looked up, seemed like Pats were creating chances, but again, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, you're not starting the game with the purpose to deliver a response. And yeah, big game for them against Derry City on Monday.
And Dan, just finishing off, kind of feels wrong to be talking about second place Drogheda United coming to their game last, but just it's another Friday night where there's just talking point after talking point. Drogheda now 11 points back, and obviously for them, like, nightmare week for them, but I suppose at least they're finishing on a positive note. That's a good win for them against LOI Rovers tonight. Douglas James Taylor with the early winner.
Yeah, and that's all they can do. It was a great finish by James Taylor, an early goal. I mean, LOI Rovers have a bad record there. Again, I've tried to keep an eye on that game. There seemed to be the odd moment for LOI Rovers. I'm not sure if that's reflective of the pattern of play. I think Drogheda, after the tough week they had, I think we spoke about it in the preview, that's a huge compliment to them that they've sort of managed to come away from it with a win. And look, the mad thing with the league is, I mean, it's very similar to the start of the season in that it's chopping and changing every week, apart from Rovers are just playing a different league. They're gone into the distance now. With everyone else, it's sort of, well, they're second or they're fourth or they're sixth, or, you know, it's all like, you know, we didn't really speak about Galway there. I mean, you know, Galway have won. They have those games in hand. I mean, they're 2 points behind Pats and Shells, but they have those 2 games in hand. So it's really congested afterwards. And Drogheda, look, they don't have the European games. They'll have a little bit of a break, I suppose. I think they might have plans to do some kind of special work. They might get away or something. And at least they'll have something to come back to in terms of a chance to push for Europe this year.
Well, Dan, we'll leave it there. You've Manchester to talk to, I've Manchester to talk to. We'll do it all again on Monday night, where we'll have to wait and see if Shamrock Rovers extend that lead to 14 points. But for now, thanks for that. You can follow all the latest League of Ireland reaction with the Irish Independent. Thanks for watching.